I've been operating a farm for, since '78. I grew up on a farm naturally and stuff, but just enjoyed farming when I grew up and stuff, so I progressed into farming myself. Currently I farm about 1,000 acres of crop ground, custom feed a few cattle, but corn and beans are my two primary crops. I do a few acres of oats and of course bale some hay and stuff for the cattle and that, but mostly it's just family farming operation. NutriSphere on corn, I've used it now for, 2 years. This will be going on my 3rd year. I've used it strictly on corn. The first year I used it, I had it just put on one of the farms as kind of a trial deal and stuff. And kind of mid-season I combined that farm, and I just kind of thought, well, gosh, the corn over there just looks a little better than everywhere else. So last year I tried it on pretty well all, but I had one that I didn't use it on. And definitely, I didn't have any side-by-side checks, but I could definitely tell the difference. Just visually looking at the ears itself, and also going through with the combine and in the hopper, I could tell there was a significant difference last year. Last year in my use of the NutriSphere on the corn and stuff, it was a wet year, and in the fall during harvest, trying to go around and find fields that I could maybe go to and harvest and stuff. Mainly when I noticed it was going into the field that I didn't have NutriSphere on, I was noticing that the ears were not near full to the tip and stuff. They were pulled back quite a ways and stuff, and it really, I wondered what happened in there and stuff, and I was thinking about calling my agronomist and that, because I'd been into some of the other fields and they were all pretty well filled out and stuff and that, and actually the same variety I'd checked in other fields just to make sure it wasn't a variety issue. But before I got my agronomist called, it dawned on me that NutriSphere was not used on that field. I can pretty well tell when I'm going through, maybe 200 bushel corn versus 170 or 150 even. And going through the corn that was treated with NutriSphere and stuff, I was pleased with the yields and that. And when I got in the field with no NutriSphere, in the hopper there was a definite difference, and in looking at the ears you could tell they just were not filled out the way the others were and stuff. Again, attributed to a wet year or whatever. That and the liquid nitrogen use, I feel the NutriSphere really helped to hold the nitrogen there on those other fields. If one of my neighbors should happen to ask me if I had used NutriSphere or how it worked for me and stuff, I would tell them that I was real happy with the product. In my farming operation, style operation I have, I feel that it's done a great job for me. Being a no-tiller, I feel that the NutriSphere is really important to me because I'm using a liquid nitrogen. I'm putting that on top of the ground, and I feel that the NutriSphere helps hold the nitrogen in place for me longer throughout the season. And like most other farmers out here, I'm concerned about the nitrogen in the groundwater too. And if nitrogen is showing up in the groundwater, it's not doing me any good on my crops. It's got to come out through the plant in order to put value into my pocket.